Hello and welcome to the new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the most favorite Pokemon in the world, which is going to be for us in this team. Charizard, because sadly Mimikyu, which is on number 3 spot, we cannot run because it's not in Pokemon Go yet. We're going to have Lucario, which is going to be the number 2 spot, and the number 1 is going to be Greninja. This is an official poll, which is from 2020 though, but I don't think there was one afterwards anymore, which showcases the most favorite Pokemon of the community, and this is exactly what we're going to run here today. After we had the Pokemon present yesterday, I kind of thought like this would be kind of fun one to do here today, and honestly, I didn't really expect too much from this team. Of course, it is not designed to be good, but honestly, it was really solid. I did not expect it at all. There are some clear weaknesses. We have Pokemon that are outdated, like the Charizard, which is running Wing Attack for a reason we're going to talk about a little bit later. As well as you're going to have Lucario, which I had to build for this meta because I had like a really good one laying around there and I didn't want to use one with garbage IVs, and so we have like a fresh Lucario here. And honestly, Charizard really was good. Like, Charizard was such a good Pokemon to run here. We got the Dragon Claw off against that Morpeko. We can get even another Dragon Claw off here against this Pokemon there as well. This is going to allow us to get a lot of damage onto them. And with this, we're going to be able to go into our Lucario, use a shield, and win the first battle without even using our best Pokemon of the team, which is Greninja. Most likely, the ranking would be a little bit of a different one nowadays if like Pokemon would do another ranking towards that. But a lot of times it's kind of more a bias towards like newer Pokemon, or like of course the like old favorites like Charizard still gonna be kind of high up. But I would assume some newer Pokemon would be in there, and a lot of times they're not in Pokemon Go. So having a ranking from 5 years ago is a little bit easier, even though still we had to kind of make an exception there because Mimikyu is not a Pokemon that we can currently run. Everybody was expecting it for the last Halloween event or the Halloween event before. I think the Halloween event before as well for that one. But yeah, we didn't get it yet for any of the last 3 Halloweens, and so we are still kind of stuck with those Pokemon. Here, maybe I actually let the move go through. But Greninja is going to be now in a position where we're going to be able to go for 3 more fast moves, get a ton of energy advantage, go for a Night Slash here. And I have to say, while this here actually performed really well for me, which I found really weird, Greninja never really benefited from having the boost. But honestly, look at Charizard again. Like, Charizard is doing such weird things because I was like, yeah, this Pokemon is garbage now, especially with the Wing Attack. But Wing Attack is kind of needed for this team because I have a double weakness to fighting type Pokemon, and I need to have a little bit more damage output against Pokemon like Annihilate and Primeape, which is the main reason why I have a Wing Attack on this Pokemon. But look what it can do. It can knock out the Clodsire with a Blast Burn. It's going to be able to get the Dragon Claw off here, which is going to be so important because like this, we're going to be able to hold them into range where 2 Night Slashes are going to be easily enough to knock them out, and Greninja can just finish that one off because we have now 2 Night Slashes stored, first one coming through. And this is the only boost that really happened here as far as I remember, that I guess still happened while there's a Pokemon on the field, which doesn't matter because another Night Slash wins no matter what. Next opponent going to be a little bit more tricky because we have the Pidgeot in the lead. And this Pokemon has a ton of damage output against us. So yeah, we're gonna go for the Dragon Claw here against the opponent. This is going to allow us to get the shield from them, and we can swap out into our Lucario, which is going to take the Feather Dance, at least that's why I thought it's going to be the Aerial Ace though, that makes it way worse. And they're going to go into the Annihilate, and this is why you need Charizard with a Wing Attack, but the issue is we just kind of are so low already that this doesn't really help us either. We have the Rages coming through here, we're going to have to go for the Dragon Claw in order to get at least a little bit of damage onto them, or get the shield. We got to get the shield, which is really annoying because now it's down to Greninja, and we are not going to be able to outspeed them. And with this, we're just going to have a low health Greninja. They still have too many Pokemon left, and yeah, what you're gonna see here today as well is quite a lot of battles because those battles went quite fast because the favorite Pokemon apparently of all of the people are quite squishy. I actually was expecting that Umbreon was in that list. Umbreon was the number 5 spot, and so I was actually trying to make some kind of theme team with Umbreon, but I guess it didn't work. But maybe, do you want me to basically bring back trainer teams here? That might be something also kind of interesting for formats, like bringing back basically main series games trainer, like Cynthia or something like this into Pokemon Go. I did the series like 2 or 3 years ago as well. If you want to see it again, let me know down below and leave a like on the video. And also, let me know down below, what's your last predictions before the new season starts? We have like already a trailer and a teaser yesterday, but like what move updates would you like to see? Let me know down below. Another thing that I kind of want to talk about is that we're actually going to be able to get a new cup for the new season, which we're going to talk about here real quick. It is going to be a cup where you're only going to be allowed to use Fighting Dark, which we had already before, and then we had Psychic instead. But we are not going to be able to use Fighting Dark and Psychic. We're going to be able to use Fighting Dark and Water, which of course is themed for the new Urshifu. And this is going to be a new cup coming up for the next season. I hope that there are some bans in there, because in a Water, Fighting, and Dark type cup, any Water Fairy type Pokemon will be absolutely overpowered. So Azumarill, Primarina, stuff like this will be absolutely overpowered. So I wonder what they're going to do here to try to balance this one. But anyway, let's take a look at this battle here, where I'm going to be able to catch the move, which was absolutely necessary in order to win the battle, because otherwise they would have been able to get to another Brine, I think. And so we're going to be able to just go for the full farm down here. They still have 2 shields, but it doesn't help them, and we can move on to the next opponent. So, yeah, basically, what I want to say here today as well is that this is going to be definitely an interesting one. This is going to be a lot of very good games coming through here. I'm so excited for the new season. Again, like, it's very likely going to be released in around like 2 hours from now, when you're gonna see this video. 3 hours from when I record this video. I'm a little bit late today as well. Sorry about that. Had to open some packs in TCG Pocket. We have a new set in there as well. But yeah, we're going to have here Digger's against us. We're going to be able to go for the swap, because I kind of want to get the energy onto the Charizard, as we're going to be able to resist everything here, and I want to keep the energy on my onto my Greninja. Let's see if this is going to work out for us. We can go for a Dragon Claw, which is going to get them low, and gonna get definitely them very, very low. We can take another hit from them as well here. Well, we get the free fast move in. Fire Punch doesn't really do that much. They swap out into the Feraligatr. And now it's down to Greninja to win this battle. We're gonna go for the full farm down here. We have a ton of energy on this Pokemon. Literally 2 Night Slashes stored. Hopefully they don't have a Grass type in the back. This would be really bad for us if they have a Grass type. They have a Grass type. If I kept my Charizard instead, that would have been fine. But no, yeah, Night Slash is coming through here. That is fine. We can go for another Night Slash afterwards as well. This is going to be allowing us to get a little bit more damage in there as well. We're going to try to go for another Night Slash here, and they catch the move. If they actually didn't catch the move, if I went for the Night Slash straight away before I got to the first one, I actually would have mostly been able to win the battle here. But I kind of messed up. The opponent played it really well. And this was actually way closer than you might expect there, because again, like, we had like such a bad matchup, but we still really got close to it. Next opponent is going to have Superior in the lead, and of course we have to keep alignment, and so I'm forced to use a shield here. It's going to be Psychic Things. I was quite slow at swapping out though, which gives the opponent the opportunity to go for another move here. But still, we should be able to survive it. It's going to be a Psychic Things again. And with this, we're going to be able to go for a Shadow Ball, or at this point, I guess, Thunder Punch against the opponent's Talonflame. And I also know at this point that I win the battle, because I'm always going to be able to outspeed the Talonflame here. They will never be able to catch the move. And so, this game is over. I know already that this game is over. They can go for the charge move here. They have to try to catch the move now. I know that they're going to try to do this. We win CMP die all the time as well. So I don't even, give them the opportunity. They wait out the clock. They tried their best to win this battle, but there was nothing they can do. Speaking of nothing I can do, this is going to be the case for us here against the Dragonite. We can still go for the Dragon Claw here, which is going to be reached at the same time as they would be able to go for their own Dragon Claw as well. They can go for it, and we can go to our Lucario, which at least can resist the fast move. Just to get walled by the Talonflame and give them a free fast move as well, which I don't think matters. I don't think I would have been able to ever get to another Thunder Punch, so I don't think it really, no, I definitely would have never been able to get there. So it doesn't really change anything, but yeah, we are basically in a position where we're in a really bad spot. Like, we're just in a really, really bad spot. The opponent's Dragonite still has a move. I'm forced to use a shield here, but they have a superpower to just get rid of our Greninja. So, like, what the hell am I going to use here? I can try to go for an overfarm, which actually works out for me. I still have a Night Slash stored here, but I still have to try to catch the superpower, which they already have loaded. So, like, what am I going to... yeah, of course, they have a Ferrothorn in the back. Even worse for me. I'm going to try to keep the energy, but at the end of the day, they go for a charge move here. If I get the boost, maybe I have a chance. I need to get the boost here, or I just forfeit. Even with the boost, I didn't have a chance, by the way. Like, I don't think there was anything I could have done. Gastrodon against us. Gastrodon is going to be a bit of an awkward one, but we're going to be able to go for the move here. I would let the move go through because I know that Lucario is going to be our best answer. They caught the move. I didn't see that. And we have to go to the Lucario because Lucario is great against the Toxapex, thanks to the resistance, double resistance to the fast move, as well as having access to the Thunder Punch. I maybe should have kept my Lucario a bit healthier, but it is what it is. Thunder Punch is coming through, doing a lot of damage, enough to farm them all the way down, which is cool. But our charge moves won't do anything against Guzzlord, but they will do something against the Azumarill. So we have here 2 Pokemon left that are completely good against our Greninja, which is really bad for us. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna let the Brutal Swing go through, which is fine. I can go for Hydro Cannon. I think I make a little bit of a mistake here. So yeah, we will see the Hydro Cannon coming through, and I think I decide to shield, which is fine. But I think I decide to bait, which is not fine. I don't know why I decided to bait here, because I thought I would get... I don't know what I cheated here. Like, I should have just went for the Hydro Cannon straight away after the shield. That would have been my play, but I didn't. And with that, I can knock them out. But now we have Charizard against the Azumarill. There's no way we can win this. Don't think there was a way anyway, but still, I could have definitely played a little bit better. Here we're going to have the next matchup. I could mostly go into my Greninja here against the opponents. For Alligator, Greninja wins the matchup, generally speaking, all the time in every neutral shield scenario. Lucario wins in the 2-shield scenario because you can farm them down, but it would have been most likely a little bit better there as well if I went to my Greninja. But still, maybe they want to bait out the potential Greninja with their Sub off for Alligator. So maybe we're going to be able to even get something better with it. Let's see, we're going to be able to go for the Thunder Punch here still, do some solid damage, and they sub out into the Swampert, where we're going to be forced to go into a Greninja now. This is luckily just a Hydro Cannon, which is going to be fine. We're going to be able to just let the move go through, and I can go for the Night Slash spam here basically in order to try to win this battle. Let's see, yeah, Night Slash coming through. Gonna get the shield. I can go for another Night Slash here just to get a little bit of damage, which puts them then into Dragon Claw range, which is just gonna make it easier. But they decide to, okay, there's my next boost, which doesn't matter because I let the Pokemon go through, like, down straight away afterwards anyway, because I don't really need it. And I cannot rely on the Charizard. And so they're gonna try to catch the move here. I make a mistake, I think. Oh no, never mind, I don't make a mistake. I decide to go for the no shield, which is the right thing to do here. That's all good. I can go for a Blast Burn, which is going to be allowing us to get the KO here. And this is hopefully it for the Charizard, but I think I have to go for a Blast Burn, so I'm going to have to go for one more fast move afterwards, which we can. And this is going to, yeah, the opponent just decided to forfeit and we can move on to the next opponent. So, we will see here, sadly, our biggest nightmare, which is going to be a Azumarill. Corviknight is quite decent for our team, but then again, it is going to be a bit of an awkward one. Let's see. We're going to have here the Azumarill coming in against us. We're going to use a shield, of course, against the potential player, because this is our best answer. But we can now overfarm, and this overfarming is going to allow us, for sure, that we are going to be able to go for that move to hopefully knock them out, which we can. So, we got rid of the hardest answer. Let's see what they're going to go back into. They decide to go into the Corviknight again. We can go for the Thunder Punch. It looks all really good, and I think I make a little bit of a mistake here now. I could either stay in or go into my Greninja, but I think going into the Charizard just doesn't make sense. And why does it not make sense? Because we don't have fast move pressure here. We don't have fast move pressure. Greninja is better at charge move and fast move pressure against the Corviknight. So we go for a Blast Burn here, which takes a lot of energy, and it was just not worth it. It literally just wasn't worth it. And we'll see here the Annihilate in the back. If we actually went the other way around, go to the Greninja, which I should have done, it would have been fine here, but it is what it is. We're going to lose this battle now. Like, Annihilate just going to be able to clean up our backline. This is the issue for this team. Annihilate weakness is quite awkward, but yeah, we lost this fair and square. And Annihilate is going to be able to take us down here, and we can move on to the last battle actually for today. Next opponent. We're going to have here, this is actually my favorite battle. We're going to have the Marowak in the lead. That is going to be a matchup where we are going to be forced to use a shield, of course. They have access to Rock Slide, so that's going to be a bit of a difficult one. But what we can do now is we can go for the Dragon Claw bait, which is going to be fine. This is going to be getting us the shield from them, and we can use another shield as well here to try to maybe go for another bait. Let's see on how this is going to go here. We're going to be able to see the swap out into the Toxapex. Again, we're going to have our best answer against it, which is going to be great. It's going to be our Lucario, and Lucario is going to be able to take a Brine here while still getting to 2 Thunder Punches in time, which is absolutely amazing. So we should be able to realign ourselves here. We are going to be able to do a lot of damage here. Actually, less than I expected. I think the last Toxapex mostly was an XL version, because this definitely, like the last one, I think I was able to just fully farm down afterwards. Or maybe they hit, oh no, never mind, I hit the Dragon Claw against them before. This time around, we see here the swap out from the opponent to the Sand Slash, which is very smart. But what we do is we farm up to a Dragon Claw, swap out into a Greninja, we resist the fast move and the ice move at least. And so it's down now if we can take a Drill Run, which we can, but I have to go for 2 Hydro Cannons here. If I don't go for 2 Hydro Cannons, I'm gonna lose. I get the Hydro Cannon off here. That is going to be absolutely amazing, because like this, we are going to be able to go for another one here. This is going to get the shield, and we can swap out get the Dragon Claw off, just win the CMP tie here with the Charizard, and this is going to be the most liked team in Pokemon Go. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye bye.